On the 13th of June 2018, there were serious corruption allegations flying all over social media about 100 million naira bribe that had been given to Atiku Abubakar by the then Plateau State Governor Joshua Dare, by the direct personal admission of the governor. He had given 100 million naira to Atiku. For this reason, the governor was found guilty and was sentenced to jail time. I needed to know what the truth about the allegation was before proceeding to plan a defense strategy. And so I reached out to my then principal, Atiku Abubakar, via email, asking him, the details of the issue and how to proceed. And so he had told me that in his reply that that money had been paid into an SPV. I didn't know what an SPV was, so I asked him. And so he gave a brief description, but since it was obvious I didn't have clarity, he put a call through to me on that same day. On my blog, you'd find the phone number that he had used to call me on that day and the number I was also using by which I had received that call that day. And in his call, in our conversation, he admitted to having advised his then boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo, against what he called open corruption, stating that he practiced corruption by stealth or corruption by SPV, if you will. Went on to explain in further strategy meetings that through those SPVs he, Atiku Abubakar, had set up. Don't forget that he was in charge of the economy, and every monetary transactions had to pass through him, and they had used those SPVs, to fleece Nigerians, using those monies for private businesses, to settle their friends and political issues as well. That particular conversation gave me a little insight into the truth about my boss, my then boss, and all of the corruption allegations against him. It also opened my mind to the knowledge that the reason he's always been confident in defending himself, in allegations of SPV by telling Nigerians, "Show me evidence if you have any against me," is because SPVs, those companies he had set up by himself, had placeholder directors. So nothing could ever be traced back to him directly. That's why Atiku is always confident about corruption allegations. But it also forced me to begin to investigate deeper, the man that I was serving at the time. Listen to the conversation between me and him.
Excellent, sir.
Yeah, Mike.
Yes, sir.
How can you ask me what is SPV?
I don't know what SPV is, and I need to be sure before I start arguing with these people.
SPV is a special purpose vehicle. In other words, is a company they incorporate to carry out certain, activities.
Okay, sir.
You see, what happened was when we came into, the office, and I advised the president against, open corruption.
Yes, sir.
I told him, I said, give me 3 people you trust.
Yes, sir.
And I will prepare 3 companies for which they will be the subscribers, or rather the directors.
Okay, sir.
So that, if there is any contract that we give, they will act like consultants,
yes.
And then they are giving a fee.
Yes,
and
sir.
that fee is what we now use, to fund the party instead of, engaging open. So he gave me the names of Fashawe, Andy Uba, and the late this guy, from Borno State, who died in that plane crash. Trying to the 3 of them.
Okay, sir.
So I now incorporated companies and I put them as subscribers.
Yes, sir.
And one of the companies was Marine Floats.
Yes, sir.
So when this governor sent donation to the party, now he sent it to Marine Floats. So it was paid into Marine Float.
Yes, sir.
You know. And one of the subscribers of Marine Float was Otumba Fashe. You know, that account was very well investigated by EFCC to see whether, there was any vision. They found out that there was nothing.
Yes, sir.
So that was where the 100 million went to. It did not go to Atiku Abubakar. It went to Marine Float. And Marine Float was an SPV, special purpose vehicle, created, as a consulting company. So
okay, sir.
that was the way I handled it.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So that was what I was briefly trying to explain to you. No money was given to Atiku Abubakar.
it's okay. These people, as the time draws closer, they keep coming up with a lot of issues, and one needs to be able to have a few facts to be countering them immediately. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. I will tackle him later tonight.
So I mean, they should go and check. The money was not paid to Atiku Abubakar. The money was paid to a company called Marine Float.
Marine Float, yes, sir.
Yes, which and Marine Float was one of those three companies,
Yes, sir.
So
he did state categorically that you own Marine Float.
There is no way I can own Marine Float. Let them go and check the certificate of incorporation or articles of association to find out whether I own Marine Float.
Okay, sir. That's all. That's all. No problem, sir. Thank you so much, Daddy. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye.